Hello neighbors, Steven here with etrailer.com. Let's take a look together at our eTrailer dual swivel jack with bolt-on mounting plate kit. Folks, these are two sidewind jacks rated at 3,000 pounds each with a 10-inch lift capacity. So folks, what we've done here is made a kit for you that you can help stabilize the rear end of your trailer while you're loading and unloading your ATVs, maybe a lawnmower, something of that nature. It's potentially going to be a smaller trailer most likely just because of the size and weight ratings. But a lot of times when you're loading a trailer, if you got the tow vehicle here, when you're loading up the back, you're causing it to kind of pull up on the back bumper-ish area. But if you have these two stabilized jacks on the back end of your trailer, now it's going to stay solid while you're loading and unloading. It's going to keep your ramps in place so they're not jumping up and down when you get to that critical point when you're going up and over the end. It's going to stabilize the whole trailer and thus prevent pulling up on the back end of your vehicle and causing stress and strain there where you really don't want it anyways. And it could potentially double as maybe a jack whenever you're changing out a flat tire. So if you have this position in the right place behind the rear axle of that smaller trailer, you could potentially use this, lift that side of the trailer up off the ground and change out that flat tire. Now what you're going to get in this kit is you're going to get the two jacks. You're going to get the two weld-on pipe mounts that come with those jacks. But more importantly, you're going to get eTrailer's two bolt-on mounting plates. So the way these mount on, if this was your trailer frame, this comes up underneath the trailer frame. You got two holes here. You'd use a center punch, mark those hole locations, drill those out per the instructions with the correct drill bit size, and then you'll put a bolt through each side and secure it, pinching the frame safely and securely. Now when that's in place, you'd simply use that pivot point versus this weld-on one. You could still potentially use this somewhere else, but these you don't have to weld on. So you'd have this in place on the trailer frame, and then if you're using it, it'd be down like this, and if you had to swivel it up out of the way, you could swivel it up out of the way for going down the road normally. And then obviously you'd put your safety pin back in whenever you're using it to make sure it's not swiveling and everything. So what I like about this kit is, again, you don't have to do any welding. So potentially, again, you wouldn't use these two weld-on pipe mounts. You would just use the bolt-on ones. But if eventually you want to get these welded on in another location on your trailer, you could do that as well, and then have up to 4 locations potentially that you could mount one of these swivel jacks and use. Now these jacks are very nice and robust. They have a nice black powder coat finish on the outer metal tube. All the silver looking metal pieces here are zinc coated, so you're not have to worry about corrosion, rust, those kind of things. And they also have a nice grease zerk out here in the back on both jacks. That way you could do your regular maintenance, you know, putting grease in there to keep all the gears and everything up here in the head assembly nice and freely moving. So again, sidewind jack, super easy to go up or down. You just simply crank. Again, you're going to get 10 inches of travel with these jacks. The foot plates are 7 inches long by 4 inches wide. And these outer tubes are pretty standard. The outer tube here is 2 1/4 inches outside, and the inner diameter of this black tube is 2 inches. And I just showed you that marries up with these just perfectly. Now the handle here is about 8 1/8 inches long, so make sure whenever you're mounting this, you have enough clearance around fenders, those kind of things, to be able to crank that when it's down and in place. Like I said before, the capacity of these jacks are 3,000 pounds each, and the support capacity, the static support, is 5,000 pounds. Now on this mounting plate, this plate is going to fit a cross-section depth of 3 inches or less, so nothing over 3 inches. And it's 5 inches wide, 4 1/4 inches tall, and about 2 inches deep. Same thing, it has a nice black powder coat finish, so you don't have to worry about rust, corrosion, and that kind of stuff as well. So folks, that's going to wrap it up. Just a quick look at our eTrailer dual swivel jack with bolt-on mounting plate kit here. I'm Steven, thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe while you're towing.